Okay, so it is Tuesday, and you know what Tuesday is? Tuesday is the day where Dana White loves to tell us that the matchmaking happens, okay? Now, I seen something on, it was either Twitter or a YouTube community post, but it was the inspiration for this video, and it was saying that this is like the first time in however long we have no championship fights, like none whatsoever to look forward to at all. We're not counting BMF, right? There is no BMF division, so there are no title fights happening. And I thought, seeing as it is Tuesday and there is nothing going on, why don't we just book the title fights, right? Why don't we run through each division? We'll run bottom to top, not counting the women, and we will decide who should be fighting for the title next. Now, some of these divisions already have a sort of number one contender. I'll throw in some outside picks when called for. And if we're starting at flyweight, the champion Joshua Van, there are honestly a few contenders here, and one outside pick that I will throw in light of the last fight night. So starting with flyweight, Pantoja has to get the rematch if he is healthy, right? And now that is the caveat here. If Pantoja is fit and firing ready to go by the time we have a flyweight title fight, he has to get it, right? Because believe it or not, right, and I know we're not that far removed from this, people were debating whether Pantoja was the flyweight GOAT, right? As though Mighty Mouse doesn't exist anymore, right? He's just gone. Is besides the point. Now, Manel Cap is he's the number 2 rank, okay? Pantoja's number 1. Cap is then underneath that at number 2. But we seen for Pantoja versus Van, Tatsuro Taira was sitting cage side and they'd brought him back to sit at the side of the cage. He is definitely Dana White's pick, but as we know, Dana White isn't in charge of matchmaking. But then again, Dana White had an interview right after the fight saying, yeah, we're looking at arenas in Japan, like right now. So I do not think that Manel Cap is going to get the next title fight, although it seems to be the fight Joshua Van wants, but I don't think that's what UFC wants. After Diego Lopez getting that rematch for the featherweight belt, UFC is going to do what UFC wants to do. So sorry, guys. Sorry, Van and Cap. That is not going to fucking happen. I don't even think Pantoja, if he is healthy, I still don't think UFC will give him that shot. I think they are going to go with Tatsuro Taira just because he's Japanese. But this is why Horiguchi has the outside chance of getting that title fight, because at fight night he calls for the champion. Now, Tatsuro Taira, again, I'm saying it now, he's qualifying for this title fight because he's Japanese. They want that market. They're looking at arenas in Japan and they need a Japanese guy to headline and basically fight for the title. Asakura's gone. Okay, that experiment went very well. Now, you could put Taira and Horiguchi against each other to get a guaranteed Japanese winner, but I don't think they'll do it. I think they'll put Horiguchi maybe on the card, definitely, but I think they'll give the title fight to Taira, even though I don't think it's maybe justified. I think it definitely should be Pantoja, but because, I mean, we hear that he's healthy again, and we hear that he will be okay, so I think he has to get it, but this isn't who has to get it or who should get it. This is who we think will get it, and I think Taira is going to pick up that title fight. Moving on to bantamweight, we have the champion Petr Yan, and he has a list of contenders here. Now, again, I think Merab, after his sort of run as champion, going for 4 defenses in a year, I think you need to reward that activity. And I mean, I say activity as though he didn't defend the belt. He beat Umar, he beat Sandhagen, he beat O'Malley. He had top contenders fighting for his belt and he won. So I think you need to reward that. It's sort of like the Pantoja effect at flyweight, where when you have that kind of run as champion, you deserve a rematch for it. And I know that he got 50-45. In my opinion, some people argue 49-46. DC and Rogan on commentary saying, oh, I think Yan might have done it, as though it was close, right? But I think Merab will get the rematch. Or no, he won't. They will do O'Malley versus Yan. That's what UFC is going to do. And I'm okay with that, because that opens us up to get the Merab and Umar rematch, which just over a year ago would have sounded like hell on earth, like in visual form right in front of your eyes, right? The Bernie Fire is in the octagon and it's Merab versus Umar right now. But now I'm actually okay with it. So I think that is what will happen. They'll put O'Malley versus Yan, but I don't even think we're going to get the Umar Merab rematch, not for a belt. So we should get Merab and Yan rematch, and we should get O'Malley versus Umar, but we won't. Umar's going to be sitting out, even though he said he wants to be active, because I don't think they're going to do the Merab rematch. O'Malley's going to go in there 5 rounds against Yan. I think Petr Yan will get it done, and then that sort of opens us up to a Merab rematch or a Umar match. But that's the sort of situation at bantamweight. I actually have a full video on bantamweight, and it's still relevant. I think I done it maybe, it wasn't last week, it might have been 2 weeks ago. It's still very relevant to the situation right now, so go and watch that if you haven't already, and I actually go into this in more detail. But moving on to featherweight, Alexander Volkanovski. I'm still not over that win. I love it. Men are still at work. I don't care if they're old and a chef now, but men are still at work. They are still travelling in the fried out Combi. Right. This situation, this wasn't a video actually. No, it was. I said that it was actually, because I said that we needed Lerone Murphy to get the title fight against Volk. And then I said that Movsar should come back, pick up an easy win, then he can fight Volk after Volk beats Lerone Murphy, and after Evloev crushes Akan. That should have been the natural order of business at featherweight. Then UFC decided to book UFC London and decided we need a main event. And Leon Edwards is out, Aspinall's out, we booked Paddy for the start of the year, so come on up, step up, Lerone Murphy. We need you to put your undefeated streak on the line, not for a belt, not against Volkanovski where we can actually make some money off you. We need you to fight Movsar Evloev on a fight night card. So Movsar Evloev will beat Lerone Murphy by decision. You already know it. This thing is going 5 rounds and it's going to be terrible. And I say terrible, Movsar isn't as bad as some other people, but Movsar Evloev will likely beat Lerone Murphy and get that next shot at the featherweight belt. That's what I think is going to happen. The winner of this, look, we're doing what should they do, or we're not doing what should they do, we're doing what they will do. And what they will do is give the winner of this fight the title match against Volk. I think it's going to be Evloev, but it could be Murphy as well. Moving on to lightweight, and my God, what a mess we have here. And again, I have a whole video detailing the mess at lightweight. I think it's called either the mess at lightweight or it's like the lightweight situation. Good video, right? Very good video if you ask me, and it stands true to this day. Justin Gaethje is the interim champion. He should be next up to fight Ilia Topuria. Now, Justin Gaethje, the interim champion, will fight for the title next. That's just what is going to happen. Whether that's against Topuria or not, I don't really know. People seem dead certain of it. I can actually see, I'm visualising Ilia Topuria sitting out, gaining a whole bunch of weight and saying, you know what, I can't make the 55 cut anymore. I'm moving up to fight Islam. I don't know why no one else is talking about this. Like, I'm not dead certain that Ilia's going to come back to lightweight. I'm sorry, I'm not. If he is, then this is the fight, and they can make it on the White House card if they want. I think Gaethje probably wants it to be on there, but I have Arman Tsarukyan on here in case Ilia Topuria decides to just vacate the belt. That means that for the undisputed championship, we will have Justin Gaethje in that title fight, but he will face Arman Tsarukyan, because Arman Tsarukyan needs a title fight stat fucking yesterday, now, as soon as possible. This guy has been number one contender for so long. If you want to hear my thoughts on what happens to the rest of lightweight, because, I mean, there's a lot of lightweight, you can go and watch my video that I done on the state of the lightweight division, at least at the top, regarding like the top 6, I think I done. But right now, we'll move on to welterweight. It should be Ian Gary. It really should be. Now that Shavkat Rakhmonov is out, he's going to be out for the foreseeable. And I think even if he wasn't out, it's been a long time since Shavkat fought. And I think Ian Gary has earned a title fight. He beat Bilal Muhammad, and the fact that beating Bilal Muhammad means that you're the number one contender makes me sick. But Bilal is a former champion. He is in the top 5, so whatever, right? Okay, I'll play by the rules here. I have Michael Morales on the screen here. Now, this one's personal, because I think it would be very, very funny if a gay guy beat Islam Makhachev for the world title. I'm sorry, that would be hilarious to me. But that's just a personal favourite of mine. I think it would, the meltdown. Can you imagine the meltdown on Twitter? Can you imagine that? It would be incredible. Now, Kamaru Usman is on here because this fight cannot happen. This is the fight Ali Abdelaziz wants, and that alone should make people very scared that it's going to happen. But also, Kamaru Usman cannot. He's 1-3 in his last 4. He cannot get a title fight. And people are saying, well, Islam will just hold down Ian Gary. You don't think Islam will just hold down Usman? Really? Old man Usman with no knees? Are you out of your fucking mind? Ian Gary has to get this title shot at welterweight. And, I mean, they can do the promo, Ireland versus Russia. That's a thing. That has been a thing now for a little while. And I think UFC will love that. So we can move on from welterweight now up to middleweight, where champion Khamzat Chimaev has very few contenders here, actually. Nothing that I'm really that excited for, but we'll run through it anyway. Imavov probably will get this title fight. I mean, he beat Izzy Adesanya after an eye poke, which people are just forgetting about, but whatever. Imavov cheats in every single fight. But I think if you're going to beat Chimaev, you have to cheat. So hopefully Imavov can get it done, because after the DDP performance, I do not want to see Chimaev win ever again. Ever. I really mean that. Ever again. Fuck him. But we have Strickland on the screen. We have Fluffy on the screen, because there's a fight night coming up where the winner of that will be in title contention. And this is more so for Strickland than it is for Hernandez. UFC might look at middleweight and think we need a main event, and if Strickland beats Hernandez, they might look at that and think, okay, Strickland will get more eyeballs. I know they don't do pay-per-view anymore, but I'm going to use that as an example here because it will get the point across. If we need to sell pay-per-views or get eyes on Paramount, Strickland is a bigger name than Imavov. And like Diego Lopez, I used the Lopez example earlier, they don't really care about rankings when it's like what they want. When they don't care about the number one contender, they'll just give the fight to anybody. So that is how I can see Strickland being next, even although, I mean, we know how that's going to go. Literally insert DDP versus Khamzat, change DDP's name for Strickland. That is how that fight is going to go. You look like Khamzat is going to see Sean Strickland standing there, jabbing and teeping at range. he's not even going to see it, actually. He's not even going to wait that long. He's going to charge across the octagon, take him down, hold him there, body lock, crucifix, whatever, no action, 44 decision. I hate middleweight so much. There's just nothing happening. But that's going to be it. It's going to be Khamzat versus Imavov. Strickland has an outside chance if he wins against Hernandez, but we'll just need to wait and see what happens. Now, light heavyweight, the champion, my favourite, Alex Poatan Pereira, my hero, the sober goat himself. Next up is probably, if he stays here, now, if Pereira stays here, Ulberg is going to be next. As much as I love Prohaska, as much as everybody's favourite fighter is Yuri, just so much autism in that man, and we all love it. Ulberg will get that fight unless Pereira moves up. Now, in the event that Pereira moves up, that next title fight will be Ulberg versus Yuri. Now, I am for it. That, to me, is the dream scenario for light heavyweight. I think Pereira moving up to middleweight actually is the best thing that could happen to light heavyweight, because right now we sort of have this food chain where Pereira beats everybody, and then Yuri beats everybody, and then Ankalaev beats everybody, and then there's everybody else. So we are probably likely to see... I don't think UFC wants Pereira to move up for whatever reason. I don't know why. Maybe because heavyweight's such an embarrassment. But we will likely see, if Pereira stays here, Pereira versus Ulberg. If Pereira leaves, we'll get Ulberg versus Yuri. I don't see us getting Pereira-Yuri 3, because the first two were pretty decisive wins, especially the second one, where Pereira knocked him out twice in one fight. I have Ankalaev on the screen for the same reason I put Usman on the screen. This is the fight Ali Abdelaziz wants. This is what those Dagestanis want. And whatever those Dagestanis want, the UFC just hands it to them. So, and I mean, look, it's great for the people that love Dagestanis and the Russian guys and all of that. No hate, whatever, you do you. You like what you like, I like what I like. It's all good here. There's space at the table for everybody. But I do not want to see that trilogy. I just think there's more exciting fights. And I would honestly, this isn't even, I don't want to see Ankalaev. I would rather watch Ankalaev versus Yuri. I would rather watch Ankalaev Ulberg. I would rather watch a rematch with Blachowicz. So I think there's just other fights for Ankalaev that I would rather see. And that's why I don't want him getting this title fight. So we have arrived. The heavyweight division, my goodness. Now, what you're seeing on the screen right now is, right, your eyes do not lie, they do not deceive you. You are genuinely seeing a man who just had fucking double eye surgery. You're looking at a light heavyweight, and you're looking at a cheating bastard in Cyril Gane, okay? Now, I made a video reacting to the last fight night, Batista versus Oliveira, where I didn't even really mention fight night. It was in the thumbnail title, it was in the thumbnail picture, but the actual title of the video was the Jailton Almeida rant. Now, Jailton Almeida's moved down to light heavyweight since then. Now, I would love to see Pereira just smoke him out, just leave him there. As Guru would say, palms up, right? But we're looking at the top of heavyweight right now. Tom Aspinall is seemingly out indefinitely. We have no idea when he's going to return. Eye surgery, you don't know if he's even going to come back the same. You would like to think he would, but you never know how these injuries affect people. So what we're left with is Cyril Gane, Volkov, and, Pavlovich. That's it. That's the heavyweight division. In that Jailton Almeida rant video, I said that we should just nuke the whole division and get rid of heavyweight. I used the flyweight example of UFC at one point in time wanting to cut flyweight, and if you can give me any justification for keeping heavyweight, please do so, okay? Because I'm not seeing it. And if you are, you need to tell people what we should be looking forward to in this division, because it's just non-existent right now. But if we are forced into keeping this sorry state of a division, we need to come up with a title fight. Now, Tom Aspinall, like we don't even have a time for when he's going to return. So I feel like we're probably going to have an interim title at some point. I don't know when it's going to be, but I'm guessing that's what we're going to have. And Cyril Gane is actually going to get another title shot. He's going to get it. By the way, just saying, prepare for it. A fourth title fight, beat by Ngannou, choked out while sitting down by John Jones. Just, okay, here you go, Cyril. Here's a third handout. Here you go. And then he goes and fucking double eye pokes the champion. He needs surgery now. He's out. Cyril Gane is just, oh my God. Right? Now, again, back on topic, back on track. If we are booking a title fight, I don't think it's going to be undisputed. I think it will be interim, and Cyril Gane will be in there because Dana White loves Cyril Gane. UFC, I need to stop saying Dana White. He's not even part of the matchmaking team anymore, guys. And UFC loves Cyril Gane. Cyril Gane is going to be in there. If we are making a heavyweight title fight, Alex Pereira has to move up. I'm sorry. I mean, yeah, okay, Gane robbed Volkov. Does anybody want to see the rematch? Does anybody give a shit? Pavlovich hasn't looked the same since he gets slimed out by Aspinall. And there's just nothing else going on. I think the only thing that could keep heavyweight afloat right now is Alex Pereira moving up and Gable Steveson coming in. Now, Gable Steveson at this point is an unknown commodity. We've seen him beat people on Twitter, right? And you can't name a fucking Gable Steveson opponent. You just know that John Jones is in his corner. So he's going to be trained well, and you're assuming that he's going to be good, Olympic gold medalist, all the rest of it. He can't just come in and shoot straight to the top of the card as much as Joe Rogan would want you to believe that. He can't do that. He just can't. They will do it because, again, we don't play by the rules unless we like you, and then we just make up our own rules. We have nothing at heavyweight, so I think Gable Steveson will get fast-tracked, but not in time to be fighting for a title anytime soon. We're just talking about how heavyweight can stay afloat as a division. In terms of the title fight, if Aspinall is able to come back, it should be Aspinall versus, honestly, Alex Pereira, but they will do Aspinall versus Gane too, a rematch. If Tom Aspinall has to be out for any length of even more time, I think an interim title fight between Pereira and Gane is what UFC, I need to say should go with, because I don't even know if they will do it. They are seemingly so against Pereira moving up. I don't know why, but it's what they should do, and if it's what they should do, it should be what they will do. So that's it. We have ran through every single division. We have named the champions and who should be their number one contenders. It's up to UFC now to make these matches happen. Tell me below, what matches do you want to see for what titles? Did I miss anything out? Was I way off on these predictions? You tell me. Remember to like the video. Remember to subscribe for more content. And I will see you all next time.